my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater gets off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. 2-1 loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Hey, ball. You draw Orchard. 18.
They go play action. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing here, Trubisky. He finds his man Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Trubisky. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Trubisky will throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now it's Trubisky. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers, his 2nd sack of the night. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 54. Great. You're not ready. Check. Let's go. Come on. Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action, Newton. It's Kelsey on the ground. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
It's Coleman here. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first. Connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Gun.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mike, 58.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
57 the mic. Hey, watch the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's caught by OBJ. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing here, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They go play action. Trubisky. Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
54 is mine. 54 is mine.
On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
They fake the give. Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, Dobbins. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He finds his target, Beckham. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, check.
From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Coleman. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
20. Check, Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Right there, 54. 54, Mike. Great.
Here's Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Play action. It's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton completes it to Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Coleman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Off play action. Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, Newton. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Browns defense stands tall. And that time they went with a fade on 4th and goal. Did not work out.
Now, how do you feel about that type of a call? Because I've been with you long enough. I don't think the fade route in that situation is one of your favorites.
I just think you're putting yourself into a corner. You don't have any margin for error, right?
I agree with you totally. You tend to run out of real estate. You've got to make sure you run that route so well that you're allowed to fade and catch the football and come down inbounds. I think that's one of the reasons we've seen the fade stop come into play so well, because now it's a little bit more of an easy throw.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. And he goes goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 55, Mike.
Great.
Let's go.
Express.
55, Mike 55. I smell fear.
Hey.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check Mike 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. They've got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Throwing now is Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. This is Coleman. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Buffalo, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, well, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they take it.